Thank you. I took it in.
Ana m anụ maka wọta ya.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for being a part of today. I hope everybody's fine wherever they are. It's a bit cold here in UK. It's been raining all day.
It's raining here too. Yeah.
I think that's what the climate is giving today. Yeah, it's not too bad because a lot of people wanted this rain. I have been asking for the rain and haven't had it. So we had the rain and we had it for a whole day, 24 hours thereabout. Anyway, wherever you are, I hope you are fine. Thank you very much for your patience. And today's topic is simply what it means to have a life partner. There's a lot of conversations, everyday conversation about my partner, my life partner, you're my life partner, I need a life partner and everything about life partner. A life partner, they say, signifies a profound long-term relationship characterized by emotional depth and mutual respect. This bond goes beyond mere romance, companionship, shared values, and an emotional connection. The relationship extends beyond legal or religious commitments also. It's finding a comrade, a confidant and a partner in crime, bound by love, respect, and mutual understanding. So finding your own person, like we'll say it in our own language, my person. So that's what they think it should be. So let's see what we think, if we think otherwise, or if we'll do all agree with all of that. Now, my first question is, how would you describe a life partner? More to say, who would you call a life partner? Ben, can we please have you to start the day with us, or for us?
What's the question? Sorry, I was on call. I was on phone.
Sorry, that's fine. I'll repeat it. Who would you call a life partner? How would you describe a life partner?
Who will I call a life partner?
Oh, yeah. Or how would you describe what a life partner? Yeah.
Well, to me, I think life partner should be the one you are spending the rest of the whole of your life with. That's the only person I know that should be a life partner.
Okay. How would you describe that person? Yeah. How would you describe that in terms of what is the characteristics of a life partner? What makes somebody, what would make you call this person, this is going to be my life partner, or is my life partner, or was my life partner? It can be was anyway, if you're alive with that person.
I think someone that complements your weak side, the weak side of you. I might not be a good money saver, But
Mm.
if she is a good money saver, that means she's my life partner because she came to help me do that.
Mm.
She came to help me do that. I could remember one of my uncles, or what would I even call him? He said something. We were talking with him Sunday in Port Harcourt. He said something. He said, if he makes 100 million today, he gives the wife that 100 million.
Okay.
You know why he does that? That the wife is a good manager of money than himself.
Okay.
He only asks the wife to give him money. When
So
he
are you
tries
trying
to
to say that money is the only thing that can make you guys my partner?
No. There are so many. I'm only giving an instance. There are so many things. I said the person that complements your weaknesses.
Okay.
The person that complements your weaknesses. So he now said, once he goes to demand for money and the wife starts resisting, that he knows that the money is going down, that he needs to work harder to bring in more money. So those weaknesses, they help you blend. I think those people are people I should call life partners.
Life partners.
It's not partners in business, because business can be splitted.
Okay. And this
But
person you just described, other than complementing your weakness, do you think there should be more things that should follow, or that should make somebody a life partner? Is it about just complementing your negatives?
No, there are so many things you think alike. Your thoughts are the same. All those things, you know where you are going to. Somebody that will say, why not you come back home, you sit down. This is the kind of business I want to go into. And she tells you no, or he tells you no. Why not fine tune it this way? Do it this way. There are so many things involved.
Okay.
Somebody you can communicate with freely without blinking an eye.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. OJ, do you want to add to that?
Yeah, I would say someone who is your peace.
Exactly.
The missing piece.
Yes.
The missing
No,
link.
what I mean,
Oh,
peace of mind. Peace of mind.
soulmate,
It's
yeah.
very important. Because
Exactly.
if the person checks in all other qualities, but
Doesn't give
you
peace,
guys
yeah.
are bickering every minute, and you quarrel for 2 days and you make up for the other 3 days, it doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
There's no point building something for the future with that kind of person. So it is someone, like when I was about to get married, my dad asked me, why this Urobo man? I said, because he lets me be myself.
Exactly.
With him, there's a certain kind of peace I feel. And that feeling is still there till tomorrow.
Yep.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because once you're at peace with someone, you don't even think about tomorrow.
Yeah.
We all know that no one is promised tomorrow. We all know that nobody knows tomorrow. Nobody does. But with this one person, you feel like tomorrow is assured.
Yeah.
That is somebody I would call a life partner.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
can I
yeah,
Ask
one minute before you say something. So OJ, if you have that piece and the person does not compliment, or rather, let me rephrase it. What's your view about complimenting your other side, or your negatives, or your weakness? Did you get my question, OJ?
I can answer that because I know where OJ is coming from. When she means peace,
Go ahead, DJ.
when she talks about peace, it means the person compliments you in other ways. You know what I mean? Like, no relationship is 100%, right? But you guys probably think alike, want to do the same thing. You don't have to look behind you, in front of you, sideways. You're sure of who you are with and everything. You know what I mean? And
exactly.
You guys, whatever you want to do, he or she will give you their full support and vice versa. That is what peace means. Peace doesn't mean that you don't argue. Yes, once in a while you argue. Peace means that you know you are home. You have to go. The person
Yes, yes, yes,
He will
Yeah.
heal you in voice. He
Yes.
will heal you and she will heal. Yeah, that's what peace is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why most of us, you see, unfortunately, so many married people are not with their soulmates or like life partners, because you see a man or woman telling another person, somebody outside the relationship, everything
another, yeah.
Yeah, the spouse is supposed to know. And somebody who brings you peace is somebody you can tell anything, whether you did a good thing, a bad thing, or an ugly thing. You tell him or her what's up, what happened to you that day, and he will find a way to, not judge you. Yeah. To me, that's what Ojo was trying to say.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
He won't judge you.
Yeah. Okay. No. Ojo was quite clear on what she said. What I'm trying to understand is, if you have all of that peace, and assuming, using the example, Benson gave, you are wasteful. Once you get this money, you squander and you go back to square one until another one comes. And this other partner that gives you peace behaves alike. That means both of you are always doing that turnaround. Today we've been paid salary, the next minute we're broke. Would you still have that peace of mind? Would that still be a perfect life?
Mama, the truth is, we all are imperfect, okay? And with this person, the kind of peace I'm talking about is that little things would not have you guys arguing for hours on end. He sees your lapses, he scolds you if there is need, but it ends there. It's not when something else happens, he remembers what you did in 1962. You understand?
Yeah.
Like, when all-round peace, whatever it is that is happening, even somebody, he would calmly say, you didn't do well, or I don't like this. And it ends there. And then with this same person, okay, go ahead.
Let me answer Mama's question. Mama, unless both parties are irresponsible or doing drugs or alcoholic, there's no way two responsible adults will squander money and not pay rent. The most important thing is that once you pay your rent, have food, take care of your kids if you have kids. Do essentially the most important things in the house. However you choose to spend your money, if you want to save. However, whatever floats your boat. Not everybody banks on saving. Some people put their money in, some people don't like to save in the bank. They put their money on investment. So it depends on what you want. So unless we're talking about irresponsible couples, you know what I mean?
You may call them irresponsible, but they don't see it that way.
No, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. There's no way to responsible adults. When you mean like money, it depends on what you want to do with your money. So not everybody wants to save. Some people put their money in investment. Some people invest it in other ways. I know people who don't want to put their money in the bank. So many people. Once they pay their rent, every other thing goes somewhere else. Tie it down in something else. So it depends on what you want to do with your money. So that's a personal decision.
Yeah, no, it's not private. It's not a personal decision. If you understood my question.
No, if you are a couple,
you can rephrase your question. You can rephrase it if you think nobody understands it. You can rephrase it.
Because if you're a couple, peace means when you make decisions. Am I being heard? It's like everybody's frozen.
No, we can hear you. Okay, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay. So when you are a couple, if you're making financial decisions, you meet at a point. Everybody is different. Someone like me, there are things I would like to spend my money on. It might not necessarily be his kind, okay? Yeah. But that wouldn't also cause a problem.
Exactly.
Some people don't like, I spent 5 naira on this. I spent 7 naira on this. Just give them the 10 naira and let them do what they like. So if you have that kind of spouse or partner, you know that, okay, this is how this person flows. And it wouldn't cause a problem. At that point in time, you have peace. Yeah. There are people too that you're having dealings with. Like sometimes I don't like talking about this man because it looks like I'm exaggerating. But the truth is, at every given time, apart from this piece, I feel safe with him. You know, when you're with someone that if he tells you, stand, you would stand and you'll be safe.
Trust.
And if he says run, you know you have to pick up your shoes and take off. You understand? Like last year when we visited Egypt, I don't know what happened, and the boat it was a boat ride and it turned over and we found ourselves on the bottom of the Red Sea. The moment I saw him and grabbed his shirt, I felt very safe, even though I couldn't swim. And he was telling me, please don't pull me down. We're both going to drown. But for me, the moment I held on to him, I just knew that, yes, I'm going to be okay. If it is death, let us die together. If it is survival, let's survive together.
You say you die with him now. You say you're Romeo.
Yeah.
Me, I not die with anybody. If I don't think I'll die with you.
No, we ain't dying anyway. So it's all right. It's all right. Yeah, OJ, you're not exaggerating. At least I know what you're talking about. So everyone that thinks it's an exaggeration should come and ask us. You know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Because you know him.
Yes. So there's that sense of security, trust,
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So it's that kind of person that you feel that safe with, that your mind is at peace. Even if there's a problem that needs to be taken care of, you don't panic. You understand? Because you know that, yes, this soulmate of mine, we would come together to work things out. That is the kind of person I would call a life partner.
Good.
Thank you. We'll have Nonya. We'll have Nonya here. Nonya, do you want to say something about this? Or have you said what your mind? Ike, you're driving, I know. Okay, no,
yes, I am. Because I'll join you in 5 minutes.
All right, then. Nonya, go ahead then.
No, I'm listening and I'm following. A little distracted because I'm on the road, but what you guys are saying makes sense to me, and it kind of goes well with my thought process as well. So keep going. If I have to add something along the line, I will chip in.
Thank you very much, Noya. Thank you. We'll have Uche. Uche, do you want to say something? I want to have Dr. Chema as well.
I'm also just listening. I loved what she said about feeling peace with her husband. I think I had a question. How long have you guys been married?
OJ, over to you. OJ, I think
What's the question, please?
Yeah. How long have you been married to this man that makes you feel so safe?
23rd of March would make it 24 years.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Happy wedding anniversary in advance. Uche, do you want to add something to it? Yeah. If nothing is said, just iPhone. We have iPhone here. I don't even know who that is.
iPhone has gone.
He just disappeared because I called their name. Anyway, unless we have anything the contrary, then we'll agree that on what the speaker said about what the description of a life partner should be. Somebody that will compliment you, someone that will make you feel safe, secured, and all of that. Perhaps, I know you're on the road as well.
I'm almost home though.
Yeah, okay. That was quick.
Yeah, but I can talk.
Yeah, do you want to take the second question then?
Oh gosh, I don't even know what it is.
So,
mine I know.
Okay. OJ, do you want to? OJ?
Yeah, and I'm asking you, Mama, starting from you, would offspring, wealth, or material things determine who your life partner will be?
Yes. Yes and no, actually. Okay. Yes.
We want only one. We want one.
Offsprings, no. So if I have someone who compliments me and who is that my ride or die person I could feel safe around. Even if there are no offsprings, it does not matter to me, right? And why I said that is there are people who have that school of thought that once there are children, there's that commitment that you cannot sway or you cannot leave faster than someone where there's no children involved. So that's why I said no to offspring. Material things and wealth, yes, yes, yes. Because these are quite tangible, the way I want to talk about them now. If there's nothing to commit to, I don't say it's holding on for too long. That is my opinion to it. So to describe and categorize somebody as a life partner, I should say something very strong, something tangible. Maybe we've built this world together or we're planning this together. That I would see as something that will hold the relationship longer than usual, because there's something we're looking up to. There's one story my mom told me back then. It may be a joke, but it makes sense. So when I first joined her in UK many years back, I'll see your old people holding hands together and walking side by side. And I said to mommy, what's this thing? Is it how they're really enjoying this relationship that they keep walking hand in hand? He said, don't worry, some of them it's really out of it, but because they have a property together, that's why their hands are still holding each other until it comes to an end. Nobody wants to leave and nobody wants to lose them. And I've seen relationships like that where people hang on because of that reason. So for me, yes, wealth and material things will determine who your life partner will be, because there should be something tangible. Other than that, if it's empty, if it's just because you people tell stories to yourselves, or because you go to club together, or because she understands me that I like clubbing, or that I understand that I likes drinking, that's not enough to keep you as a life partner. You could be my gist partner, you could be my personal person that could gist with, but it has to be something tangible that will make it worth the while for me. Thank you.
Oh, let me answer what you and your mom talked about. I don't believe her answer to you. Trust me, if you don't like somebody, even if you're married for 50 years, you guys are not going to hold hands and talk. Many couples, we know many Nigerian couples, or even many basically African couples and Indians, we stay married for 100 years. We don't even talk to each other. You still see the body language. They don't hold each other. So to me, people who hold each other are people who if you like somebody, your hands will never get off the person. You have to even want the person, we are going to Nigeria party, so don't touch me. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yes, if you don't like somebody, trust me. Almost everyone I know, they're in a loveless relationship. I don't see them and their spouses holding hands outside. For you to hold hands, be outside in the street and hold hands, there's a friendship and there's love there. Then to answer question about like kids and money, no, I want to have my own. At this stage, I'll be 50 next year. In as much as I don't mind if I need something, you help me get it. You know what I mean? But I want to have my own. I don't want money to be something that determines that I'm going to be with you. I want to be able to do what I want to do, go where I want to make my own decisions. You know what I mean? Because I've lived a life that I was married for almost 23 years. You know what I mean? So I want to be able to stay on my own, do my things by money to me is not, and having, like, I have kids now, so I can't say that if somebody brings kids to the relationship, that's going to be a turn up for me. So no, it's not going to be a turn up for me. But I have 3 adults, not even kids. I have 3 adults and everything. So, but money, no, I don't want to look to your money for me to have a relationship with you. I want to have my own. I want to be able to. I remember my mom's younger sister. Her husband had money way more than her, but she had her own property. So that's what I want to have. I want to, after being with somebody, we can have things together. I want to have my own because nobody knows tomorrow. We've seen men die and then they left property for other people apart from their wives and everything. So I can't, and even doing divorce, I witnessed that myself, you know what I mean? They hide things. So living with somebody because of property, you don't know when they change it, what they do and everything. Some female, some females and males, they do things their partners don't even know. So property cannot be, to me, what determines soulmate. I don't want that. I want God to
So
give me my...
IJ, what you're saying in effect is you can consider somebody a life partner where there's nothing.
Absolutely.
Can I finish? Well, Ijoma, wait. Ijoma, listen, Kwano. Listen.
Go ahead. Go ahead. It's as alarm question. But go ahead and
when there's
continue.
nothing serious between both of you.
Nothing serious like what?
You've not built something together, and you consider person a life partner.
Have your own, and I want to have my own. That's what I'm trying to tell you. No.
So a casual friend can be a life partner.
And we have the common one.
Hold on, let me finish. That's why people are doing prenuptial before they get married now. So most prenuptials are like, whatever you bring to the relationship, carry. Whatever I bring to my relationship, I carry. You know what I mean? So if we started together like 20 in our 20s and built together, it's a different thing. But if right now in my age and stage, I don't want to go through that. No, I want to have mine, you have yours. And then we share things together. That's it.
Yeah, Benson wanted to speak. Benson, go ahead.
I concur with her. Okay, go on.
Yeah, what I wanted to say was I'm still in line with what she's saying, but everybody, you have yours, you do what you want to do, but there should be that common one within you guys.
And that's Benson, you're absolutely right. When you're in a relationship, because life partner is a relationship. It's a relationship, yeah. Because what you've just described isn't a relationship anyway.
Let me chip in this aspect.
And Noni, after you, Dr. Chama, we could hear from you, please, yeah?
All right. Let me just chip in. I understand where everybody's coming from. I want to have my thing. And most of us are like that. But I will tell you something based on not just my personal experience and what I've seen out there. People that work together tend to achieve more. For instance, if I'm here with my husband, we both know we make certain amount of money. We don't have a common family project or goal or annual things we plan to achieve at the end of the year. He makes his money. His interest is just to pay the mortgage and the rest, do whatever I want to do with it. And my interest is to make my money, maybe place food on the table of the family because the man is paying the mortgage and the bills, and then do whatever I want to do with it. Let's say we plan family vacation, you chip in, I chip in. Let's say kids are going to college, you chip in, I chip in. I don't see that maxing our family goal versus on a different scenario. We all know our both income every month. Your monthly income is 500, mine is 500. We bring this 500 together, 1,000, and we plan our family based on our joint income. That does not mean that when you have something you want to do or help someone that I'm going to restrict you. That does not mean that you will restrict me. We can both agree, okay, you make 500 every month. I make 300 every month. Both us, every month, your 450 goes into our joint account. My 250 goes into our joint account. We still have our private $50 to do whatever we want to do every month. You will find out that when you do things together as a couple, you achieve more versus he's doing his own thing. I don't even know what he's doing with his income. He just does the minimum he's supposed to do in the family. I do mine. At the end of the year, trust me, both of you look at your W-2, you know you made certain amount of money, but what did you achieve? Nothing. So I think when there is a relationship, through relationship, we don't always have to agree, but we have to find a way to work together as a couple, and we're going to achieve more. That's my 2 cents.
Thank you very much, Noye. Thank you so much. Dr. Chama, can we hear from you?
Yeah, I think everybody here has made very powerful suggestions and shared very powerful perspectives. And I tend to agree with everybody. It's not me trying to be political. This is from a place of it depends on where you are in life. For me, I got married at 24 years. who I am now is not who I was back then. I'm in my 40s. So I'm my marriage is getting to almost 20 years. So what I would have asked for 3 years into my marriage is not what I'm asking for now. There are things that give me peace of mind that back then I did not even know that was part of my peace. And if I knew, I did not have the mouth to advocate for or to speak on. But now, I speak my mind. Like, there are things for me that are non-negotiable. And I've gently told my husband, I said, any day I don't go on vacation, any year I don't go on vacation, I cannot work and I cannot contribute to family income. So if I'm going to work, I have to have a vacation and I have to choose where I'm going. At least we can now negotiate that. But I cannot be in this house 365 days without at least 1 week of going somewhere. But back then, maybe 20 years ago or 15 years ago, it would have been maybe a designer bag. These days, those things don't matter to me. But my rest, my peace, they are non-negotiable, So I think it depends on where you are and who you are marrying. Now, I really appreciate that there's a man in this group. I would like to see a brotherhood. I use that word loosely because it can be negative or positive, but I mean like in a way where the men are starting to hear us. Because too, from Nigerian culture, the man has the last say. If he says, yes, if he says you will not have that 1 week of it, that 1 week vacation might be just you people driving 2 hours away to just chill. It doesn't have to be expensive. Do things as a family. And I love what the lady just said before me. You have to evaluate and plan together. I agree completely. 2 can chase more. It's even scriptural. 1 can chase 1,000, 2 can chase 10,000. When we do things, yes, when we do things as a team, we accomplish more, and the Igbo man has a problem collaborating with his wife. Unfortunately. Yes, he would rather collaborate with his ignorant brothers and uncles because he feels it's their money. Yes. And I had to fight that. I only fought that last year in my own marriage. And all this while they thought I was okay with it. And really I was. But when I saw, it's like when I started to step into who I am as a person, and that I started to realize that who they are, who they think I should be, is not my business. I should not influence how we do things as a couple. I had to stand against it. And I noticed that men that do otherwise, they are not necessarily bad men. They were just poorly cultured, poorly brought up. They're not bad men. They are just, it's a stronghold, generational stronghold that they have to tear down. Like there's an article my auntie shared with me one time. This is a major issue in Igbo culture. She said, how many businesses in Igbo land have been generational? How many? Once the founder dies, that business dies. Because 1, we don't do well. 2, we don't do plans for somebody to succeed us. We don't make those plans. Life insurance, you raise it, they say you want to kill them. So there are things that money-wise, as a couple, the man who is the head of the household has to, first of all, change his mindset around money and around the wife for him to receive his next level. And I'm telling you, a woman can be a man's place. I think it was Koscharis that I was listening to one day. I'm not sure, but I think it was Koscharis. He had done everything in that business with his wife. I may be wrong, but I believe it was Koscharis. Look at a lot of the men in business that their wives are involved. Their businesses are different.
Of course,
they may
it's a different life.
Yes, they may stand as the face of the business, but their wives have a voice and they listen. There's something my sister's friend said one day. She said, any man out there
big one.
Big one. Because women are highly
I'm glad I home so I can bring out the
because women are highly intuitive and very strategic. God used a lot of women.
We are the neck. They are the head, but we are the neck holding the neck. Yeah, yes. But they don't know that.
Yes. So that's just what I wanted to share.
We know.
How do
Yeah.
una ma ebe ego na ekwu na Maria?
Well,
Nah, you guys are just bashing men up and down.
Ike was welcome. Thank you.
You're just bashing men up and down. You also forget
We
that
know.
there's
We
families where
know that we
the
know that the
women.
neck. We know we are the head. Yes.
No, hold on. There's families where the women, all they do is for their family. The women, all they do is their family. Everything is directed to their family. Everything.
You
No,
mean
okay.
you
I
mean
can
you mean
answer.
you mean
Do you think Ike is right?
Both ways.
you mean
So,
their
and
maternal
also
their
when
parental
you
family?
talk about, yes, they just everything is focused on their own family. If you do for your family, it's
Okay.
problem. You do for their family, no wahala.
Ike, let me tell you
So,
what the question
it goes
was,
both
so
ways.
you know why she said that thing. Yeah, I don't know if you got the question. The question was, would you know what the topic of the day is? What it means to have a life partner. So the question was, would offsprings, wealth, or material things determine who your life partner would be?
No, I just said it didn't know.
Offsprings, wealth,
Yeah,
and everything
kids.
determine your
Yeah.
life partner.
What is it again? Material things, wealth. Would that determine who you would consider a life partner?
Well, there's so many factors when you are talking about life partners.
Mm.
There's so many factors. Sometimes you marry from somebody from a poor home, and that poor mentality affects the way she relates to you in the house. Because when she's coming from a poor background, there's so much expectations placed on her from her family. We have many men here who went home, brought a woman home, and because she comes from a poor home, every day is an issue. And all she wants to do is to grab and give to the family.
So that person cannot be a life partner then? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, life partnership in the sense that when there's too much expectations on the guy, especially when, like I said, on the lady, and she's not able to foretell that. I was just reading the other day about the woman whose mother, every day she's calling, give us this, give us that, because the husband is wealthy.
I can answer the former question.
So the problem, my own thought about it is basically this. Life partner is a huge thing. There's so many things that influence life partnership. Wealth, good. But what I mean is this, is that when you are choosing someone to be a life partner, many times when we start off the journey, it looks good. Sometimes it falters along the way, but it just takes commitment and a lot of understanding between the two couples to be able to make this journey work. It takes a lot of, for sometimes you are blind to certain things. The woman will be blind, the man will be blind. You have to compromise. Yeah. And I agree with her, whereby you have to let your woman breathe. Also, she has to let you breathe too. It's never one way.
Absolutely.
And she's totally right. Koskaris said that the wife is the only person who can draw any money she wants because she was with him from day one. She suffered with him. And that is right. That is what it should be.
Exactly.
That's what it should be. If right now, any land that I buy in the name of Mr. Ike, Mrs. Chichi Awas. I don't say Mr. and Mrs. It is my name and my wife's name. Even though Tenkobo may not come into it, but it's between the two because she's holding down the home for there's something she's doing.
Exactly.
Allowing me to be able to go ahead and do, make money. So all those things are because when you have a woman that is encouraging you, working with you, but not when you have a woman that is really coming against you, you'll be finding it very difficult to do that. And I agree with her about generational wealth. Not just Igbos, but generally Africans as a whole. We don't know how to do generational wealth. Most businesses, especially the ones started with Igbo, look at Chidebere, transport, Ekenede Chukwu, name them, they're all gone. Because their children
could not manage. You know why, money. Right? You know why?
Whatever reason it is.
Because their kids wanted to do maybe medicine, engineering, instead of following in their dad's footsteps. That's why.
But the problem,
because everybody wants to go to college, everybody wants to go to college, everybody wants to be something else.
Hold on, let me tell you this. Do you know that Dangote's daughter goes with him everywhere? He has only daughters. He doesn't have sons. They go with him everywhere. They're
I don't
understanding
know
their
them.
dad. Yeah, but I know
Exactly.
she understudies her father. She go with her. If she's the first boy, she's always going with the dad everywhere, understudying him. And when it goes tomorrow, she will probably take over. Have you seen? And I agree with her when she said, when you walk hand in hand, he said one will chase 1,000, two will chase 10,000. Look at the Okoya, in Lagos, Razak Okoya, Eleganza. His wife is the mainstay of his business. He says it. Say without the wife, he cannot operate. So if your wife is your mainstay, if your wife is there supporting you, being there for you, even with your mistakes and everything, the wife is still supporting you. You'll be a stupid man not to listen to her.
Ike. Hello?
Yeah.
Ike, you see, in the case of Okoya, it's more of a business that he has already grown. You know, before involving the wife. It's more of like a business he has grown to a level. So he's
but
more,
the wife,
and now because he doesn't have the, let me finish. He doesn't have the physical ability now to move around. And that is why the wife takes care of the business and he's more comfortable. The wife takes care of the business way. But
can I also tell you something? Can I tell you something? That if the wife is not good at what she's doing, that business will go down. Do you agree?
That's where I'm coming from. That's where I'm coming from.
Yes.
I agree with you.
If the wife is not good at what she's doing, that business will crumble. There's businesses that within a year, you won't see anything again. If she's busy buying designer bags and all that, but she's holding his business, growing it even more. And he says it. He says his first wife, his other children. He says it. He says it's only this woman and her children that he knows. He settled the other ones.
Many wives. He has many wives.
He has many wives. He's not just the only woman.
I think you listened to maybe you read or rather you heard what Benson said, even though you weren't here. The guys and Chibozo, before we started or earlier on, Benson said it's about describe when he tried to describe as somebody who compliments you. So all of this you've talked about is all about the compliment. This person helps you build. Yeah. If you have my hand up, Chairman's hand as well.
Yeah, my hand is up. I need to speak briefly because I'm going into the office in the next few minutes.
Go ahead, Chibozo.
Complimenting someone in marriage is not all about just business alone. The most important thing is knowing what your wife, the interest of your wife, the person you're marrying. If you marry a woman who has no interest in business, you can't force that woman. All you need to do to support the woman in whatever. There are so many women who are MDs of banks, who are manning multinational companies, and they are doing well, and they have the support of their husbands. Their husbands are doing. Let me use, for example, the man that just died, Albert Wigwe. Albert Wigwe is a banker, but the wife is into construction. A lot of us did not even know that it was the wife that has Cranberry. A lot of us didn't know until after the wife died. So you can see that for him, he knew that the wife wanted something else. And all he needed to do was to support the wife in whatever the wife wants. Now, another thing also I also talk about generational wealth is, if I feel like we, especially the Igbos, we don't bring out the interest in our children from the beginning. How many of us from small take our children to our place of work, to our companies, to our businesses? It is only when you take your children, they see these things, they begin to activate that interest. That interest starts from when they are small. It starts from Krendu. They begin to activate that interest. But once that interest is not there at that tender age, and you send them to Harvard University and the rest of them, they begin to show another path. So we must make sure that we start activating the interest by taking them to our businesses. Let them know what we do. Then if you marry
unlearn certain things and relearn things too.
Yes. Because those things they see you do in your company are the things that they can't teach them in school. I keep telling people, no matter how you go to seminars to learn about businesses, it is nothing compared to when you do those things yourself, the physical experiments. The physical experiments. Once they see this physical experiment, it triggers them. Once they know that dad is making so much money in this business is a big business. There is no child that sees this and want to deviate to something else. They want to continue because they know the money is there, the business is growing.
Chibozo, can I stop you there? I know we took you to your very comfortable zone, business. We'll talk about generational wealth on a different platform and see how that goes. Please, let's pull it back to Ada. Thanks for your contribution regarding today's topic. Generational wealth is a topic that we must talk about on this show at some point. Dr. Choma, we need to let OJ ask the last question, then we could maybe you take the answer, take it from there. OJ.
Yeah.
It's not an interesting
No,
conversation.
it's me now.
Almost 7 minutes.
It's me, former
It's
mama.
for it's
me.
for
It's me, former mama.
Papa, sorry there, go ahead.
No wala. Onye mmehie. My question is, do you think life partnership is different from marriage? Dr. Choma, since your hand was up, can you take it from me?
If life partnership is different from marriage, yes.
Oh, we see your face. Ooh, yeah.
Yes. I came in my natural state. So thank you.
Yeah, pretty.
if I think life partnership is different from marriage, I think no. And it's like a borderline yes and no. And here's the no part. I think what makes you life partners is that you're in a marriage. Really. I think you cannot be life partners unless you're in a marriage. However, I do know that there are people who are doing life together who are not married. They are happy. Now, she's a friend that we know. And another friend who is divorced once said to her, the reason two of you are still together is because you don't have that threat of marriage, because it can scare some people. But if I think they are the same thing, yes, it makes things, that psychology that you can always walk away now keeps you free with each other. But marriage, when that sense
I like that phrase, you can always walk away.
Yes. But unfortunately, that's not the only way, or should I say, fortunately, I prefer marriage, but I don't judge who is doing their life the way they are doing it. It's really their choice. If it works for them, it's between them and, each other and with God. So that's not something to judge. But for me, I also think marriage is not permanent. Clearly, it's not permanent. Even as a Christian, it's not permanent. And we've been taught wrong. Look at the Osinachi lady that passed away, how she passed away. Everybody started saying something and started seeing scriptural reasons why she should have been out a long time ago. So adultery is not the only reason for divorce. I do not promote divorce. I do not support divorce. But there are some people who are not supposed to be together. And they are together, because they're ill-informed. They are ill-informed. For a man who rejects you, or a woman who rejects you, is reason for you to leave. And I want to use this opportunity to even build on what we were saying before. It wasn't bashing men. There are also women who don't represent women well. There are women who are just bad for their marriage, and the man is carrying everything, and the man is just the one doing everything. Sometimes two of them are bad for each other. We don't know, but I really think life partner, coming back to the question, is the same thing as marriage. If you people are not married in the church or in the courts, you have with each other married each other.
Exactly.
So exactly.
You say, you did say it right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, you did say
Vivian,
right.
I know you're here, but I haven't seen you say anything today. Vivi, are you concurring with Dr. Choma or not? That life partnership and marriage should be the same thing.
It should be the same thing. However, there are people who, yes, it is the same thing. In addition to that, her final clause, where she said, the people are married to each other. They've committed to each other for life, even if they didn't go to church or tradition.
Church or God,
Like, yes, because you have people who, if we talk about Oprah, for instance.
Stedman, yes. I wanted to bring that up.
I don't think, I think because of, when they talk about the story of, but the person is, they're life partners.
Yeah.
So
I have two co-workers. One they've been together for like 25 years. The other one, like 40 years, and the 40-year-old one, they just got married like last year. Like I said, I think I mentioned it in this program before. I think it's probably because of maybe Social Security. They're about to, the age come up, up and everything. So the benefits, it's probably because of the benefits. But they had a beautiful relationship. So for me, I don't think it is. I think you could be married to somebody else and have a partnership with somebody else. It happens. We see it every time. So let me hear. Yeah. So many men have, life partnerships with somebody else, and so many women are married and still have like partnerships with somebody else. So let me ask a man, Ike.
Hi, Jeka, if I just make one sentence from the Christian,
go ahead.
A life partner means you are committed, in marriage.
Committed relationship. Yeah.
You said marriage or relationship. Viv, you said marriage or relationship.
Marriage. It's only marriage that intake validated. It's blessed under whether it's on Christian, particularly if it's Christian, it is under the Christian faith and pronouncement. Yeah. But we have come away in a world today where people have defined who a partner is. Not everyone is a Christian, and not everyone is under religion or culture.
Same thing with generational wealth. I think we should unlearn and relearn about relationships and marriage, because I think we should, for me, I think church and state should separate, because when you bring them together, that's why somebody like Osinachi had to stay in the marriage, because she was known as a Christian woman, and she didn't want to leave her marriage, not to be judged and everything. So I think we should try to unlearn certain things, that because you're a Christian, you have to stay on. No. So I don't know, but to each their own. Is Ike there? I want to hear from a man. Any man can talk. I'm using my cell phone, so I can't tell. Okay, Benson, go ahead. Thank you.
Well, I think this word life partner is being interchanged between marriage relationship and so, because while we are going through, I said, let me do something. Let me find what is the meaning of life partner. It's a life partner is someone who is in a serious committed relationship with someone else, but they are not married. So I think our problem here now is the interplay of words. The interplay
Some people
of
have
words.
both. Some people have both. Yeah. Some people married somebody and it's their life partner, soulmate. And most people don't have that, but few people have the privilege of having both.
Okay, can I ask one question? Actually, we've done an hour, and I just feel
we started late. We started late, so we have extras. Yeah. You're going out.
Should I continue, Joma?
You have to pay for the compensation of starting late.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. No, I'm just trying to express how I feel about this topic. Even though we're an hour in, when we're late, or about 10 minutes late, it still feels that so many things has not been untouched, that has not been said.
Yes.
It's an interesting topic. That's what I wanted to, that's why I talked about the time. Now,
it is.
Do you agree? My answer to this question is yes. I don't know who else would join me on that train. Do you agree that not all married partners are life partners?
Yes, that's what I just said. Yes. I just said it. Yeah.
Okay. Now, when I
few people have both. Yeah.
When I spoke earlier, it said you start a relationship and you expect them to work with you and everything. When people go into marriage in the first instance, it's categorized as my life partner. I find a life partner. And if you look at the topic of today's show is what it means to have a life partner. So it's just having the understanding that people have misconstrued or misinterpreted it or started it very early, interpreting what they're not sure of. So what is it actually? In that process, how do we get to it? What makes you think that this person is the person for me? The person I can confide in? Part of the one of the information or description I got online said is your ride or die person, someone you can confide in. I'll be honest with you. You might have the brilliant relationship with somebody, yet you cannot confide in them. And that's where what Ijoma said comes into play. You have some other person who you confide in. Doesn't mean you don't like the other person. You do like them. There are things that work well with both of you, but there's somebody else that understands you. So this is where there's that confusion. Who is this life partner? Is it that person that you can confide in? Or is it a person that you're building your life with. Two different things.
But can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead. Yes.
You might have a confidant, but it's not necessarily your life partner. So I think if it's a matter of who you can trust and confide in, that alone will not define life partner.
Life partner.
How will you describe a life partner, Viv? Describe a life partner. What you
first
think?
of all,
Paint your picture.
you know, my big picture is I'm a Christian. I have Christian faith. I believe my faith is based on Christian.
The born again.
So a person to be your life partner is someone that you will commit to for life, in fidelity, in everything Christian marriage.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that marriages don't break. People don't, part ways.
Yeah.
But the
So
whole
once
idea.
you get married, once you get married, that's who you describe as a life partner. It
Yes.
doesn't matter what happens in that relationship.
Yeah. You may have other friends, other people that you relate with in different ways. Your life is tied into one person. In marriage, that is whom I define as a life partner.
Even if they don't support your cause, your support what
even
you're
if
doing.
you fight every day. You fight every day. I go call him life partner because I marry him.
Now the marriage is already on the way. If you people can't even support each other, then it's not even a marriage anymore.
Exactly. That's exactly where I was. We remember our generation. The generation, like the people 40 under, they're different. But our generation, or maybe from like 42 to, let me say 42 to 50s upwards. Most of us married because it was time to get married. You finish school, people are coming for your hand in marriage. Most of us couldn't even marry our boyfriends because when we finished school, the boys didn't even have anything doing. So we had to wait for these older guys who already has been established to marry. And you think they are like, even when you don't love them, your mama will say, don't worry, love will come. And maybe it will never come. Some people maybe experienced it and everything. So our generation married for the wrong reason. So most of us didn't have life partners in our partners. The partner and pattern. The partners and pattern. It wasn't pattern, whatever phrase you want to.
So they didn't marry their friends.
Yes.
Many people, almost 99.9% of my generation
did not marry their
friends. And our mother's generation. Yes.
What Bessie says is not marrying their boyfriend, marrying their friend. Because you find a friendship in this life partner. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Ike, you're showing now. Do you want to say something about this?
I will heal you. I will heal you, Ike.
Mr. Lee,
leave Ike alone.
How do you describe a life partner and what would...
Ike is my life partner now. Lee Baba.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening there. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Ike.
Sorry, the network is bad. Yeah. Life partner depends on...
It has hung.
It will lock on Abuja. It will lock on
Abuja.
That's what.
I'm changing my I think it's better now. I change my network.
Okay.
Yeah, life partner depends on me or depends on the individual. Anyway, you can the life partner from some people saw life partner from hell.
Yeah.
The little mother you go on a lazy now. You know. One woman you know.
Go.
It depends, Shan. Especially when you're making your choices. A lot of us don't look at the future. We'll just only look at this girl a fine girl, you get shape, you get breast.
Exactly.
The first day they do wayo food for them. For those of us like it in it. The same offender. Waje ma na nwanne aghọtakwa ụda ahụ ịzụtara adịghị mma. Ịda ahụ ịzụtara mere dị ofe enwe accident. Yeah, I don't like those type of things. Before I marry Ogochukwu, I chop ofe egusi, I chop ogbono, I chop onugbu. But the sharp, but they sure, because I know some people like OJ go use bad mouth finish me when they come my house. My wife knows sabi cook.
Yes, sir.
Then she's a
Because
humble
they
person.
go to the house every day they chop before.
So she's a humble person, and those are the things that pushed me towards her. You know, she didn't have any skeletons in her cupboard, like not telling me what time it is. And most of the times, what happens to our relationships is when, like Ogochukwu and myself, we do not dwell on what happened in the morning.
Beautiful.
If it don't happen, it don't happen.
Yes.
Move on. I keep telling her one thing. I say, if I come back home and the house is burnt, please let us go and find somewhere and sleep. The most important thing is that you're okay. The most important thing is I'm okay.
Not why did you burnt? Where were you? Yes.
Even from now to tomorrow, will it not burn the house?
Exactly.
That's one thing most people don't. Most men will come back, if not for your stupidity, oh Lord.
Exactly.
But that's not the issue. And if you check it, most of the times, like in Abuja here, most houses, even the junior minister of FCT, her house got burnt last weekend. Massive house. So she spent billions of naira to build. So if you look at that type of house that got burnt like that, and maybe a small house like my own, and something happens and it gets burnt, will you blame the woman? Because she might not be home and something happens. So what do? When you come home, she's coming home with you, or she came home like a few minutes before you, and there's an issue. You start blaming her. Because most of those things have psychological effects on our partners, but most of the times we don't know. Like growing up, my father doesn't want to hear anything. It don't happen, it don't happen. His own is fix it.
That's it. That's how I am too.
That's it. No need to beat around the bush. No need to ask questions. Okay, this is a practical example. I came home the other day. No, I was out. My wife called me that the vata was smelling. I said, okay, no problem. I didn't ask her, did you people put on anything? What did you people do? I just called one of my boys. Where are you there? He said, I'm close to the estate. I said, go. There's another inverter in the other room. Please change it. That's the only. I never discussed what happened to that inverter these 3 weeks now.
Because you knew what was wrong. Yeah.
Exactly. So, but most of the times we try to weigh in, put heavy loads on our partners, and most of the times they react in other ways. And let me tell you, I told Ogochukwu, and I still tell her till today, if man stop to the check you, I will leave you. Why am I saying this? No matter what you say, as a man, I have my own temptations. As a woman, she has her own temptations. But the Igbo man doesn't want to hear that one.
Exactly.
Why would you even allow the man to talk to you? Did she send the man to talk to her?
No, we didn't.
What do?
And they'll blame you guys because of your behavior. That's why the man is facing you.
Exactly, but it doesn't make sense. You know, all these things have psychology. When we were small, these things didn't mean anything to us. But the internet has exposed us so much that we encounter a lot of people, we encounter a lot of things, and we read a lot to know that psychology is a very strong factor in marriages.
Exactly.
But most of us will not accept it. And that's why 80% of our marriages, or marriages before now, at old age, the children are with their mothers. The mothers are dying lonely.
Yep.
Most children, when their fathers are doing all these things when they were small, the man wasn't enlightened, or how would I say?
He didn't know better. He didn't know better.
Exactly. So now those children are seeing those things that man did then as intimidation for their mother. So now they will even prefer their mother to come for holiday and stay with them. Happen that they're all the very and
the mother will help them now. The mother will babysit. Few fathers do babysit though, but you know, so
So
anyway, can Ataibo take the last question before we close?
Okay, I wanted to ask something.
Yeah, go, let Ataibo answer. Ataibo, your hand has been up since.
Yeah, I was going to talk about life partner. When I hear life partner, I think about bondage, prison, sadness, sentence, life sentence. What is that? I don't believe in it. What is life partner? There's life.
You will heal them today.
There's life and there's partner. So when we are together, we are life and we're partnering.
I answered you now. I answered you on the chat you sent.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see it. My thing kept on going on and off because I was doing something else. Yeah, back on, forget that side. The life partner, I don't know what
I think it's basically a soulmate. Life partnership basically means your soulmate.
It can be my soulmate today. What of tomorrow? If I don't like it, what will happen to the soul and the mate? I beg, let us just live the moment. Don't label things, don't put people in categories because then you expect too much, you give yourself too much stress. No. My name is Ataibo. Like me today. If you like me, don't like me tomorrow. Life goes on. I'm still overdrawing the account in my bank account. So what difference does it make? Don't call me life partner. Don't call me soulmate. Don't call me. Just call me Ataibo. I love you. The next Ataibo wave across the road. Bye bye. We expect too much. All these labels, because when you label somebody, whether you like it or not, they have expectations they have to live by.
Expectations rise there.
Yeah, So no, maybe I've passed the expectation stage, and I love you so much. I am my own life partner. I am my own soulmate.
Because it's your life.
It is my life.
That's why I wanted to ask Ike. Ike, from what you've described, are you one person? Would you agree that you're somebody?
Libaba or
Libaba? I'm asking Libaba.
Okay.
Do you think you would determine who a life partner is from the first day you see the person, or from the time early days? Ike is frozen again.
I can answer that.
Okay, go ahead, Nijama.
Rarely, but I think once in a while it happens because you can meet somebody for the first time and just your experience. You see the connection, and subsequently, did
you get the question?
You guys can finish each other's questions.
My question is: Would you say that you can determine who your life partner will be from your initial judgment? Like, okay, let
love
them
at first sight kind of thing,
let them cook first. Let me see. Once I marry this person, this is my life partner. Would you make determinations like that?
No. You see,
Benson is saying
Ogochukwu is old and beautiful. But
because it develops with time.
Yeah. No, I'm
not
trying
for
to
everybody.
go somewhere. Ogochukwu is bold and beautiful, but that's not the type of chick I wanted to get married to.
I hope she's not listening.
When I saw the girl, she blew me away. You understand? Nah, I don't send anything again. Every day now, forward never, backward never. But the girl don't give me any reason to look back. So before I knew it, I don't go far. Otilo. You understand? So like when someone she's doing all the things she needs to do right. You wouldn't even mind, this is not what I want. I want.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just move with the flow.
100%.
Now, this year we're doing 11 years. It's not,
wow.
I don't try now.
You don't try.
Your baby is doing 11 years. I know some they look at this small boy one at the carry. It doesn't make sense. I'm doing 11 years.
Well done, like you.
The thing is, I keep telling people, even my friends and my mates, I tell them that when you're married, if you have issues with your wife, don't let it stay till the next morning.
Exactly.
Just try, even if you don't want to talk about it that night, the next morning start on a clean slate. And that's what has helped us all these years. We don't talk about what happened yesterday. No, I don't.
I am guilty.
That's where the friendship comes in. That's where the friendship comes in. Yeah, you have to be friends with somebody. And you have to trust the person, to tell them that you did something wrong, bad, ugly, and they'll move on from it. That's the friendship. That's the piece OJ was talking about. Yeah.
After 11 years, I've never asked Ogochukwu, did you date somebody before meeting me? Never.
You don't want to know.
But I normally use it to tease her. So we went for our friend's wedding. Before the girl got married before our own. So when we got to that place, I said, "Oh God, I'm finished." And what is it? What is it? I said, "This girl, Chine, I know her now. I used to date her." God, and I was holding myself. Nah, lie, I didn't know the girl. I just held her to ransom. She was so uncomfortable. So when the girl came to say hi to me, I hugged her. Chine, how far now? A long time. Yeah, I said, fine. The girl was confused. So when she left, I said, God, I'm just meeting this girl for the first time. You know, and we laughed about it because, I mean, if I don't hold her to ransom, the relationship wouldn't flow the way I want it to flow or the way she wants it to flow. So if we don't bring humor in the relationship as well, we're only business. When we produce children, pay school fees, pay gas, pay this, pay that, do this. Okay, I'm going to work. Bye-bye.
Okay, Ike, which is what you are saying in essence is yes,
you have to. Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
No, that's it. Like,
Full seriousness help. Full seriousness help.
You know, you have to have that conversation. If not, if you can't have such conversations, then there is no life partner there. Yeah, just your roommate.
Exactly.
I'm sure when we talk about marriage, we'll talk more because I'm meant to understand that it's not everything that you tell when you're married, it's not everything that you say. Both man and woman, that's not everything that you say.
No.
If you trust the person, you should.
If I don't agree with you, you say everything. You say
don't
everything.
Tell your husband everything. Don't tell your wife everything.
Unless
you
but that's
say
what I'm saying.
everything,
If somebody is your friend, they won't judge you for that. That's what that's the thing.
If we say everything so that you don't hear it from outside, when you are trying to tell me, I'll tell you, I already know.
Exactly.
Okay, can you stay online? Let's conclude on the segment, then we'll carry on. So thank you everybody for your contributions. I think there's still more to be said about life partners, what it means to have a life partner. But it's clear that, or with the majority agreeing, that it's not just once you get married that you've identified a life partner. And we've heard again that obviously life partner, calling that name life partner is labeling. And that brings so much expectation. You expect them to be this way, that way. They have to be that and this. The most important thing is just having that true friendship in your relationship. That would help everybody go very far.
True friendship.
You want to call it life partner? Want to call it my ride and die? Onye nkem, my man.
Or top and go like a taibo.
I'm a taibo. IJ. Anything that works for you, keep it simple and keep it real. And wish everybody well in their relationships. If it's not working, if you need to take a break, take a break. Don't die.
For your mental health.
Mental health is not a do or die affair. If it's working for you, we know people it's working for, and we rejoice with them. Enjoy it to the fullest. Life continues. If one doesn't work, two might work. I know we're in a relationship where first wife felt, I'm the first wife, I'm the blessing from God. At the end of the day, that man is still living with the 8th wife or the 9th wife, who he sees as the best and the longest in that marriage. So saying that they marry you first does not mean you're destined by God. It is not true. If it's not for you, it is not for you. Peace of mind, love, strength in your relationship, and did I say love? Did I say love? Yeah, kindness and friendship. Thank you very much. And thanks for being a part of today's show.
Thank you, guys.
Next week. Sit back for overtime. Thank you.
All right.